last week we introduced the course. We looked at some of the policies and the schedule, and we set up what the various topics that we're going to go for the next several weeks. Just one change on the schedule. We won't be meeting Monday, October the 9th for one of our colleagues' birthday. But also is Columbus Day. Also assignment 1 went out, and I think we went over that, right? We went over assignment 1. And we also started looking at a little bit what databases were, database management, and one of the things that we mentioned that was very important is to first focus on what the design of the database was. Yes?
The link for assignment 1 doesn't work.
I'm sorry?
There's no assignment listed in the assignment section.
It's not, the link it's not working?
Yeah, so there's no link to submit either.
Let's see, for the first week, right? Okay, assignments. Assignments 1, data modeling.
So we can't see that.
Oh, it's not accessible. Why is this not accessible? It would help if it's accessible, right?
Yeah.
Let's fix that. Why are you not accessible? Due date. Why are availability? Display after 9/11.
Until 9:15.
Oh, okay. 9:25. There we go. Okay, so it was there last week, and then it just went out. Okay. All right.
I would help you, but that's ethically not something I want to do.
All right. So this week's topic is more on modeling and how is that we design good databases to last us for a while. Later on, next week, we're going to take the same design that we are going to be working on this week and how to convert that and actually implement it in some technology. In this particular case, will be relational schema representation, but there certainly is any number of competing ways of representing the same data. First, we'll look at how to represent it in the most common ways for long storage, which is using SQL, right? Relational databases. But certainly we could have represented it in XML, in JSON. We could have represented it as Java classes, and we'll be exploring these other optional ways of representing data. But first, we'll look at the design, and the design is independent on how it's eventually going to be implemented. So this is very conceptual. It's the conceptual design. It's often better to do all the design at this conceptual level as opposed to doing it at any one of the implementation low-level implementation. Okay. Usually, when you're designing and you have the representation in these other alternative representation, it's often better to transfer back to the conceptual model, do the redesign there, and do any changes, and then transfer back into the low-level representation. At this point, low level, we're talking about SQL, Java, JSON, XML, schema. Those are now considered our low-level schemas. So first, we'll look at the high-level ones using UML. Okay. So let's go back to our week 2, and let's start chatting about UML. Well, no, before UML, let's go and do some design. Let's do some design talk. Let's go into use cases.